Can SSI checks be taken by debt collectors? Supplemental security income. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video we're specifically focusing on SSI, supplemental security income, not to be mistaken with other types of benefits administered by Social Security, including but not limited to Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and spousal benefits. Now I do recognize there are a lot of other benefits out there administered by Social Security, but those are the most popular and common ones out there. And again, I want to emphasize that this video is all about SSI. If you are one of the beneficiaries I mentioned just a second ago in that little list right there, I have a lot of dedicated videos here on the channel for you, and I do have a dedicated video out there as well answering this exact same question that I'm answering here in this video for SSI. I can tell you this much, the answer to those beneficiaries I just mentioned a second ago is very, very different, so I would highly encourage you to check out that video as well. But this one is all about SSI and the roughly 8 million beneficiaries who do receive benefits administered by this program every single month. So let's get into it and talk about, can pesky debt collectors take your SSI check? Really good question. Let's get into it and talk about all the details. Really fast before we do, thanks for joining me. If you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and share this video with your friends, family, and social media, especially if you know anybody else receiving SSI benefits. They certainly need to know this information. It is all about SSI, and again, I'm here for you right by your side every single day, doing all the research, breaking it all down into these short videos, watching the headlines, watching everything popping up right now, and advocating on your behalf as much as I possibly can, as we need to stick together through this time. It's a tough one out there, and there's a lot of people, including fixed income beneficiaries, who are really struggling right now. And again, I want to be here for you in any way that I possibly can. Be every single day in these videos like I have been for nearly 4 years now. So again, thanks for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so. And let's get into it and talk about SSI, supplemental security income. Can your checks be taken by annoying debt collectors? And if they can be, what can they do about it? How much can they take? And if not, what do we need to know about it? Again, great questions. Let me break down the details. I've had a number of people ask me this question over the last few months, and I thought, you know what? I need to make a dedicated video about this because this is a scary thing out there, right? Just like so many other things out there, like bills, you get bills in the mail, stuff like that, and they say, hey, can you please pay us? In this situation, they're bothering you, right? They're calling you. They're tormenting you, right? They're trying to get money out of you forcefully. Can they do that as an SSI beneficiary? All right. The simple answer is no. Debt collectors cannot touch your SSI benefit. Again, why I emphasized earlier in this video that it is so important to recognize this is just for SSI. In fact, I'll give you a little hint. Other Social Security beneficiaries can have their benefits garnished by debt collectors, okay? That's why I said this is specifically focused on SSI. When it comes down to SSI, supplemental security income, this is the only federal benefit that cannot be garnished due to debt collection, okay? It cannot be touched whatsoever by anybody. Debt collectors, even the federal government, cannot garnish your SSI benefit, even if you owe back taxes. They can't touch it. However, when it comes down to Social Security benefits, they can take those. When it comes down to some types of debt collection and even back taxes, those benefits can be garnished, okay? Again, why I wanted to emphasize so strongly earlier in this video that this is all about SSI, okay? So the cool thing about SSI, well, there's a lot of things about it that need to be fixed in a major way. But the one major cool thing about SSI, these benefits cannot be garnished whatsoever by anybody, okay? The federal government can't touch your benefit. State governments cannot touch your benefit. Debt collectors, credit cards, auto payments, auto loans, student loans, nothing, medical bills, they cannot touch your SSI in any way, shape, or form. Now, they may try to pull something and say, well, we're going to garnish your SSI as possibly a threat. But just know, they can't touch it. They cannot touch it. Legally, they have no reason and no way that they can garnish your SSI benefit. So if you're in one of the situations where maybe you receive SSI, supplemental security income, and maybe you have debt collectors, calling your phone and knocking on your door, or whatever they do, bothering you, just recognize, even as much as they might say and try to threaten and say, hey, we're going to take your check, they cannot take your SSI check. So That's actually pretty nice, right? So that's what I want to bring to your attention really quickly, and why I wanted to make you this dedicated video is because your situation is different than a Social Security retirement or SSDI or survivors or spousal beneficiary. Those benefits can be taken, and why I said earlier that I will make that dedicated video as well, or why I have that dedicated video here on the channel, I should say, that is available for those beneficiaries, because there's different percentages of how much benefits can be garnished by different federal entities, as in the federal government for back taxes and things like this. But in some instances, yes, those checks can be, and the percentages of how much they can take at any given time is also different as well, which is why I wanted to break that down for you in a different video. So this is finally like good news. I mean, seriously, let's be real for a second. How much good news is out there about SSI right now, right? We know the program is broken. We know the benefits are way below where they need to be. We know that benefits are significantly below the federal poverty line. We know that there's legislation out there to reform the program, to raise the benefits up to the federal poverty line, to remove the marriage penalty, to change the program in a variety of ways, and they've done nothing about SSI other than a little pathetic 3.2% COLA for 2024, right? Other than that, they've done virtually nothing for this program, right? So again, that is why this is so cool, is that, hey, finally, SSI beneficiaries finally get a win, right? It is not that often that SSI or even Social Security beneficiaries get a win of any degree at any time. But finally, in this situation, I feel like, hey, this is kind of a win. If there's a situation where there's a debt collector pounding your door down and, trying to get money out of you and calling you constantly on the phone and things like this, to know that they cannot get your SSI benefit is like, hey, finally, a little bit of a relief, because let's just be real. If you're getting $943 as the maximum benefit, if you're getting the maximum benefit $943 as an SSI beneficiary, and all of a sudden a debt collector comes in and takes a percentage of that, you're really struggling there at that point, right? Here's the thing. I'm not, sitting here trying to say like, oh, it's easy to live on $943. No, it is not, right? We all completely recognize living on $943 a month as a maximum for an individual is like virtually impossible, right? I know this. But again, just think of it this way. If you had somebody taking a portion of that out through debt collection, that's even less to live on. That would be really, really tough, which is maybe why they prevent debt collection on these benefits, because they already recognize, hey, these benefits are like as low as we can possibly go here. They're very, very low. If we take a percentage of that, it's going to be really ugly for the beneficiary. So maybe they recognize that, which is why they have omitted the collection of these benefits by debt collectors. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just simply saying maybe that's why they had a little bit of a conscience when they made these laws that said that. I'm not really sure, but interesting, right? So anyway, this is what it comes down to. I hope this answers for those of you that have been asking the question down below in the comment section over the last couple months here. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, concerns about this, let me know down below. I can always come back and make another dedicated video if you need me to. Otherwise, this is it. It's pretty straightforward here. Your benefits cannot be touched by debt collection, okay? So I'm not saying that we should sit here and say like not pay our debts off. I'm not saying that at all. That is totally up to you. That is up to your discretion. I am not here to advise anybody in any way, shape, or form what to do, how to manage your finances, how to manage your life, stuff like that. That's totally up to you. I'm just simply saying they can't touch your benefit. They can't stick their sticky fingers into your bank account and get your money, okay? That's the cool thing about this. So anyway, hope this helps you. Again, for those of you that have been asking, this should clarify it a little bit more clearly here. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe down below. Again, share the video with your friends from your social media so we can help other people out answer this question, as well as introduce them to the channel here. The more people we have here, the more power, impact, and influence that we have when we reach out to these lawmakers asking them for additional assistance. Otherwise, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, or those that I have linked down below in the description. Some great content there as well. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Let me know what else I can do for you. Have a good one. Take care, and catch you again later.